In this video, we're going to be talking about how we establish the correct units and interpreting the meaning of a definite integral. I have several examples to share with you today. In this first example, we've been given a graph, and we are going to use correct units to explain the meaning of this integral. So the most important thing to remember is that you have units for this integrand, and you also have units on the differential. So the velocity is measured in meters per second. I can see that right there on the graph. So that's meters per second. And then I'm multiplying by this differential, which is the time element measured in seconds. These seconds will divide out, which means that my answer should be in meters. Those would be the correct units for the answer. Okay. In our next example, the information is given to us in the form of a table. And then the integral that we're interested in interpreting is right here. We need to attach some units to these different parts. So right here, w prime, notice that's a derivative. It's a rate, and so I need rate type of units here. W prime of t would be measured in, let's see, I'm looking up here, it's degrees Fahrenheit per minute, and then the time element is being measured in minutes. These minutes will divide out, and that means that my answer will have degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I've got one more example to share with you today. This one is a little bit tricky. Again, we have information that's presented in the form of a data table, and so we have this integral. We're trying to explain the meaning, and so here E of t is measured in hundreds of entries. And then we're going to multiply that times the time element, which is measured in hours. And this is looking pretty strange until you remember, hey, this coefficient here also carries some units. That's 1 over 8. Notice the 0 to 8 here, and those are time units. So this 8 is 8 hours. Notice that these hours here divide out, and so our answer is going to be hundreds of entries. Specifically, it's the average number of entries in hundreds over the time interval from t equals 0 to t equals 8 hours. Anytime you're looking at an integral expression, you should be able to put units on its various parts, and then do the mathematics to determine what the units of the answer will be. Thanks for listening, and remember to always enjoy calculus.